today is making sure that you guys understand social media, right? So if you're posting on social media, we definitely want you to do that. Whoever posts the most kind of becomes the leader of Vibe, but we also want you to post responsibly, not that you're not, okay? I've been looking and I am so blown away at how many of you have been snapshotting things that I've done and posting it. One thing, just put a disclaimer on there, right? Put a disclaimer like in the message box or something like that. And you can go get I'll pull one up and you can take a snapshot of it as well, or you can kind of type it in the message box. Now, pretty soon, our CMO, our Chief Marketing Officer, Ms. Tony, will have a whole brand kit for you guys, and it will forever be changing. It will forever be evolving as well. Okay. So you're going to get, for example, right now, we're signing up for free. Everybody type free in the chat. Somebody said I look rested. Whoa, cameras. Cameras do good things, right? I was so sleepy. Sorry, Mr. Cooper from the UK. He wakes up. I try to go to sleep like for an hour or two because I know Mr. Cooper from the UK from London, is going to wake up and he is going to put me on the phone back to back with 15 to 20 three-way calls. I'm not even exaggerating. And I love it, right? But this morning I had to apologize. I was so sleepy. I could not do it. I had to sleep longer than 2 hours. So I do feel better. My voice is kind of going out just a little bit. But right now, guys, listen, share for free. Funny story. I'm on a three-way call with Mr. Cooper and someone else from the UK. And usually I spend 2 minutes explaining things to people because they will feel it and see it. And here's what I often do. I say, listen, let me give you the 20-second version. we pre-launched January 17th. Me and Reagan sent out a text message to all of our people, right? To people who know us, like the Lonnie Howards. I don't have to explain anything to Lonnie. Lonnie knows me. He knows I'm not a scammer. He knows that I only put my people first. I have to explain nothing to Lonnie. I'm like, Lonnie, I'm launching my own business. Fill out this form, be on my call. I don't have to explain anything to him. I don't have to explain anything to Carlos Bernard because we're friends and he's one of the biggest leaders in the United States. I don't have to explain anything to him. I didn't even have to explain anything to Curtis, and Curtis and I haven't talked for 2 years, but he called me and was like, I'm rocking with you, but I need to go get my pastor. We need to pray over this business because it's going to be the biggest thing ever. A lot of people are going to be financially blessed. We have to make sure we do it in proper alignment this time. Are you guys understanding? Hi, Dorothy Miller. Yeah, Milton. I don't have to say anything to Dorothy either because Dorothy knows me, right? There's a lot of you out here who you know me, but there's a lot of people who don't know me, and that's okay. But they're going to get to know me because I'm going to get on here. And number one, I'm going to tell you who I am. And I'm going to tell you who Vibe is. I started off as a high school English teacher, turned activist. My best friend was shot and killed. I speak this story all the time when I was 19. At that point, God spoke to me, not to you. I get it. But he spoke to me. And I asked, why isn't anybody doing anything? And he said, because it's you. Well, I was 19. I don't understand that. I went into a great depression, right? I just lost my best friend and I still didn't understand until I started teaching and I had a 6-month-old baby, no money, right? Very little money. I was not married at the time and I was struggling and I lost another student and another student and another student. And then, my son grew up and I'm looking at him at 5 years old and I'm like, these funerals, this could potentially, I don't ever want to experience that. So fast forward, my son is getting ready to be 23. Since then, I've been answering the calling in my capacity. Do you guys understand? All right. I've been answering the calling in my capacity. I started a program called SOS, Saving Our Sons, because my students were passing away at alarming rates. And then I changed it to SOS because my student Kayla was shot in the chest. She had a 9-month-old baby. She was a senior in high school. It wasn't even her fight. She just got caught by a stray bullet. So I changed it to SOS Saving Ourselves so I can bring my young women in. Okay. After that, I ended up drawing attention of people all around me. I ended up getting $100,000 grant that my school stole. They did. They stole my money. I got a lawyer, got fired. 10 days later, I met a multimillionaire who taught me how to build a downline. And he said, just go get rich. Go get all your people rich. Stop fighting for jobs that you don't really want. And anything less than 10,000 a month is minimum wage. I'm just giving you the quick timeline, right? But I couldn't do it without my sister. But my sister has her own passions, and she was like really truly brought me to my faith. Okay. And the word says, whenever two or more are gathered, know that I am near. Well, me and Reagan were identical twins, as you guys know. And she really brought me to my faith because she worked in a bookstore and she was getting all the Christian bookstore. She was getting all these scriptures. And then we started our own company called Extreme Message Designs, which was a Christian t-shirt company where you can like all these fancy designs and you can really display your faith through the word. Now, I don't care what you believe in. I'm just a firm believer that you have to believe, and we fight too much over things that we don't have any business fighting over. You have your own relationship with God. That has nothing to do with me, okay? Nobody's getting in that box but me, right? And I gotta answer for myself. So I do want you guys to understand that. Since then, Reagan and I have done a lot of businesses, and she understood the assignment as well. She understood, but she also had her third open heart surgery. And at that moment, we realized that we're single parents. And if we don't do something about our money and we leave this earth, our kids are not going to be taken care of as well. Yeah, we have my mom. We have our brothers that are phenomenal. My kids call them Uncle Dad, right? Because long story short, Reagan now has her own passion. She started a organization called Athletes Have Heart. Athletes Have Heart because every 3 days, an athlete, we're athletes, dies of sudden cardiac arrest. I want you guys to think about it. Every 3 days. So in the next 3 days, unfortunately, some athlete is going to die from a preventable situation. And most people, right, have been affected. Put a one in the chat if you have been affected by someone who has been died from a heart attack or something. It kills more people than the 16 leading causes of death combined. Take all of them, cancer, heart disease, but it's preventable. Did you guys know that? You just got to get a heart scan. You just got to get a heart scan. LeBron James, one of the wealthiest people that we know, that we see, his son almost died of SCA, sudden cardiac arrest. Why? They have a lot of money because people don't get checked out. They don't take care of their personal health. And the facts are the facts. So Reagan and I were really focused on getting her project off the ground. And it's an entrepreneurial endeavor for young people. So if you have kids and you want to connect them to Reagan, you can, because they actually can make money sharing a bracelet that brings awareness to sudden cardiac arrest. But it doesn't only do that. It also provides an opportunity for people to get a heart scan for $75. Your doctor will not do a heart scan. They won't. Even if you have they won't. They'll do a EKG, but they won't do an echocardiogram because it's too expensive. So they would rather us like not be here. And it's not the doctors, it's the system itself. Put a one in the chat if you understand. Do you understand that we have a lot of missions? So what is your mission? Type it in the chat. Who do you want to help? The Great Commission says, be the mother to the motherless, be the father to the fatherless, go help the homeless. I used to have a program where I helped homeless people. I just took all my students and we walked around, and I was really involved in human trafficking and all of those things, right? Not involved in human trafficking. Let me take that back before somebody says, just takes that snippet and post it everywhere, because I guess I'm famous now, right? I have haters. It's okay. They can share my message. So yes, we are all servants. We want you to be stewards over your money. And the hard part is when you're working a job and you don't have a lot of money and you're a single parent like Reagan and I, we can't be as effective. Does that make sense? Because we're at work and we're too busy worried about paying the light bill. And that's not why we were put on this earth. So Vibe really has come to life out of our pain to our purpose. Does that make sense? Everybody type pain to purpose and tell me what you want to do to help this world. Because if I talk about how dirty it is, maybe somebody will help me clean it up. But guess what? It's a beautiful place. If we all vibe out and we come together and we unify and we have money, number one, we need money. I don't care what anybody says. If they say, well, money's not important, that's just because they've given up ever thinking they're going to have it, right? They've settled for a 9 to 5, and you might love your 9 to 5, but I promise you, if you didn't have to work, you probably wouldn't. Honestly, how many of you guys, even if you love your job, if money wasn't an issue, you would still do your job, but probably not every day? Just put me in the chat, right? I love teaching. I do. I love high school students. I love going to sub. I substitute sometimes, not because I have to really, but because I love teaching. I just don't want to stick around for the other stuff. So when they try to hire me, every place I go, I'm like, oh no, I'm just here because I want to be. But if I have to be, I'm not going to love it. Okay. So I just go in, bounce in every once in a while and feel the energy of my young people. And then if I don't feel like going, I just don't go. Right. Because I don't have to. So I want you guys to understand that vibe is a feeling. So when people ask you, well, I don't do network marketing companies, good, because that's not what we are. We are actually a group of activists who are getting ready to make a lot of money, and we're going to go change the world, one cause at a time. Do you understand? I mean, are you vibing with me? Do you get what we're doing? We're changing the status quo right now. So I haven't told you what the products are yet because right now they're irrelevant. Okay. February 1st, I'm going to, along with Reagan and Andre, we're going of our product line and you're going to love it. I know you are. You're going to love it. Our product is going to empower you to do even more of what you're doing now. Everybody type empower in the chat. Somebody said eradicate childhood hunger. Perfect, right? And I was reading this thing and it was like I was talking to this millionaire, multimillionaire, and I said, how do you help the poor? And he said, don't become one. Mm, uh, That's what he told me. I said, well, I want to help the hungry and I want to do this. And I said, well, how do you help the poor? He said, don't become one. And then you can go help them. But you can't be in the trenches with them per se. You can, but you can't stay there. Does that make sense, Vanessa? So guess what we're going to do? I don't care if it's 5 of you, Vanessa, who say, you know what, I'm going to join Vibe on February 17th. You guys, we launch February 17th. My goal is law of numbers. I'm just doing one big pre-launch, and this is what all of you should be doing. I'm just telling the world, will they all come aboard? No. Do I need them all? No. Technically, I only need 3 of you or 7. Let me take that back. Everybody type 7 in the chat. Technically, I only need 7 of you. So who's going to be one of the 7? Just put legend in the chat if that's you. I only really need 7 of you who really believe, okay? I only need 7 of you because that maxes out the entire compensation plan. Potentially, I don't know. I got to talk to Drace and make sure that my number 7 is accurate, right? But anyway, 7 is the good number.
Your number 7 is accurate.
Thank you. I can't get in the messages all the time. And if they are telling me stuff, I'm like, can I say that? Thank you, Reagan. So you need 7, really. I want everybody to focus on finding their 7. Finding your 7 who don't want to do network marketing, but actually want to change the world. Now, you might have 70 people, and those people are just focused on making some extra income and retiring and living their hopes and dreams. That's fine. But I need you guys to find 7 who care about the world. Okay. 7 who say they're going to be a part of the Legends 7. Vanessa, bring me 7. Who else is out there? Lori Greenup. Hi, Lori. I know Lori. Lori is a phenomenal leader, right? And we've worked together before, but not really worked together. So I'm excited to see her name. But Lori, go get me 7. Okay. For free right now. So we're free right now. And then here before February 16th, you're going to have to pay $25. What did I just say? I didn't give you a date today or tomorrow. I said before February 16th, you have to pay $25. And that $25 will do 2 things. Number 1, it's going to get you marketing, like all kind of cool stuff. So you can better serve the world, okay? And share with the world. Write that down. February 16th, you're going to have to pay that $25, and you can pay it multiple ways. You can pay it Visa card. You're going to be able to pay it bank. You're going to be able to pay it a form of crypto like USDT. And I think there's 2 other ones that I don't know about that I have to talk to Dre about. When you pay that $25, if you refer anybody to the platform, hey, Maya, I'm on this call. I have to call you back, babe. Okay, goodbye. It's my kid. You
I'll
have to.
I
You
said,
say,
I'll call her.
okay, call her for me and see what she wants. So we still have to be parents, right? while we're changing the world, we still got kids. Reagan's got 4. I have 2. The 2 of mine are on these calls, but they don't like to get on the calls because they're Gen Z and they're like, your calls are too long and I don't want to be on there. So they have their own calls. 3 to 5 minutes is too long for them. Okay. They're the TikTok generation. So again, if your young people want to be a part of that, just give us a minute. We're prepping our young people so they follow the rules and they'll do their own calls. Okay. So when you guys pay that $25, it's going to guarantee that you get into the matrix before February 17th. Does that make sense? And if you don't know what the matrix is, you're going to know in just a second. It's going to guarantee that you drop into the matrix before we open our doors. And we're going to bring in the world, because if you think this is it, it's not, right? How many people do we have right now? Somebody go log into your back office, look at the number at the top and tell me how many people we have. And we're bringing in what'd you say?
Last I saw was 16,882.
Okay, 16, type that in the chat and we'll see where we are when we get off this call in 20 minutes. Now it's, okay, 16,882. So let's see what it is. 16,905. Okay. Refresh your screen. Refresh. So I want you guys to understand that we are doing something monumental that no other company's done. So we want you to get in early. And then February 1st, you'll know what the products are and the price point. Please don't worry. It's affordable, right? And if anything is not affordable to you because you have no money, Vanessa, what should people be doing right now so that they can make sure? Let me spotlight you so you and I can vibe.
Okay. I was like, I'm able to unmute. Well, they should be bringing people in for free. And then when they pay their $25, they'll get money from that.
Yeah. How much money, Vanessa?
$10.
$10. Do we
person.
know each other? Like, really? How long have we known each other, Vanessa?
I met you on Sunday.
like Vanessa and I vibe, like, for real. This is like, it's like we've known each other forever. And that's what it's all about. You just know, don't you, Vanessa? When you meet somebody, you just know.
Yeah. It's an energy. It's a vibe. Absolutely.
It's a vibe. Now, are you in the military? Because I see you got a flag back there, or were you?
No, I love this country so much, but no, this was crocheted for me. This is custom crocheted for me by my husband's aunt. That was my birthday present.
Awesome. Does she have a business?
No, she just learned to crochet. She just learned how to crochet and she made that.
Perfect. So do you see how maybe she just wants to do it for fun, but do you see how, like, God will make room for your gifts and you could actually monetize your gifts?
Yep.
Right. My son makes rugs and they're pretty darn phenomenal. Like, he's getting ready to be 23 on the 17th. That's the day that we launch. Everybody type that in the chat. You see how I weave my stories into the compensation, into the, I try not to just be telling stories on here, but
Right.
you know, facts tell, stories sell, but we're not selling, we're sharing. We're
Right.
just inviting people to vibe out. So I so appreciate you, Vanessa, and I'm pulling you up here because you made a video, right? And we're gonna go through the comp plan in a second, but then we're gonna get off of here. They don't need to know everything, Vanessa. They just need to know that like who we are. And vibe is a feeling. Who is vibe? Like we truly want to do the Great Commission. We want to provide a financial opportunity for people to fund their passions. Everybody type that in the chat. You'll get a whole lengthy mission statement that you won't remember. But if you can just remember that vibe is a feeling and our focus is to change the world by helping you fund your passion. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I can't be everywhere, but you can. And Cooper can in the UK and everybody can do their part, right? And if we all do our part, like we're a big puzzle that's scattered, and if we all do our part to clean up the world, we'll eventually attract like a magnet and we'll make a beautiful puzzle.
Absolutely. I wanted to tell you, Lori made it to the call. Speaking of magnetic.
Okay, I don't know her, but I would love to meet her. What's her name?
Lori, she'll raise her hand if you tell her to.
Lori, can you raise your hand? I've heard a lot about you in the last 30 minutes, last 45 minutes or so.
Way to expose me. Talking behind your back, Lori.
Talking behind your back, Lori, but I'm excited to meet you. So let me see where you are.
Raise your hand, Lori.
Uh-oh. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Okay, Lori, can I spotlight you? Now, this is what we do, guys, on the 12 o'clock call. So some of you guys might be saying, why are they just on here talking? We're not. We're actually telling you what we're doing, and you should be sharing right now, you know, because Vanessa, you did that. You were on a call with me.
Oh,
You had tell them about that. Tell them about what happened on Sunday.
Well, when I came into the call, I had 5 people, but the entire meeting, I'm paying attention, but the entire meeting, I'm sending messages. And by the end of the call, I had 5 more people. So 10 people by the end of that call. And that was.
And I was one of them.
And Lori was one of them.
And Lori, so you told me Lori is so super excited and she's a whole vibe. So I'm like, well, bring her on. Bring her on the bus, right? So how many people do you have right now, Vanessa? How many personal game life changers do you have?
15.
15.
Yep.
So since Sunday, I don't know what day it is. What day it is? Is it right now?
Thursday.
Okay. Sunday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So in 5 days, you've brought on 10 more game changers, 10 more people who potentially want to change the world. And Lori is one of them. So I'm going to allow Lori. Lori, if you could, Vanessa first, did you introduce yourself already and tell us who you are and why you're here? And
No,
you can
we
tell
don't have to do that. We can talk to Lori. You've introduced me already.
Okay. And you look beautiful, by the way. So
thank you. So do
we're
you.
trying to hurry up and be camera ready. You look beautiful also, Lori. So Lori, talk to us a little bit. I don't know you. Who are you? Why are you here?
So I am blessed. I am so flipping excited. So I get home from a conference, a missions conference, and I'm there with my husband, and there's all these missionaries there. My son and his wife, they get married, and we give them 10 acres, and they build on our property. Before they move in, they go off to the mission field. Are you kidding me? And she's from Bermuda, so watch out, Mr. Bermuda people. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So we're at the mission. We're like, we don't feel called to go, but we feel like something's going to come. We do well, like decent well in the world financially, but we knew some blessing was going to come and we were going to be able to fund. These people are going, I'm not trying to plug the mission, but this is my vision. And then I find this video.
Plug the mission. Hey, listen.
Oh my goodness.
Plug the mission.
They're going to the villages that nobody reaches. They're going to the world. They're getting in with the emperors and the kings. The king of Ethiopia did a video for us. That's 6 million people. I mean, hundreds of millions of people that he's the king of. And they're saying, come to my village. We love you. You're sharing the message. Come, and they're protected. And they're going into villages. They had to take army tank trucks, drive for 9 9 hours that no US car would go on it. They're literally buying military vehicles for them. And these villages never saw a white person in their life. So my husband, my son's white and his wife's not. So they think she's a native and can speak their language, and she's not. And they never saw white people. These are people that never heard the name of Jesus. So when you hear the Great Commission, you're like, go, everyone's going to have the chance. How? Because we're funding them with like it's unreal, right? And so we're givers. My husband and I, we're givers. We're benevolent. We love, not like, oh, we're awesome. It's just a heart posture. And our heart posture at that mission was like, something's coming up. Something's coming up. So I go home and I had no sleep. It was in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm with all these people. My husband and I are the old people in it. We slept on the couch. We slept 0. So I come home and I'm like, I got to sleep. I got to sleep. I got to sleep. And I see a Facebook post of Vanessa. I haven't seen it in over a year. Anything from her because of the, the algorithms. And so I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I hear you, God. I see you, God. I opened it up and I'm like, hour and 20-minute video. I'll watch it when I can. I just can't right now. So I have to eat. So, okay, push play. I'm watching just a couple minutes in. I'm like, Vanessa, I'm feeling like this is urgent that I shouldn't waste this time. Should I sign up now? And she's like, yeah, it's free to sign up. Okay, give me your link. Bam, I'm in. So I was one of her 5 on the call. And I think I'm up to like 13 already. And I had no time for the first 24 hours. And like, I have a leader in Japan and I have my friend who's a great leader in Canada. Like I have 2 countries inside of 40 hours. This ain't never happened for me. So come on, right? So
I am so excited.
I'm like this. Everyone's like, if we can just bottle up your energy. If I had $1 for every time people say that, I would have a lot of dollars. But now I can bottle it up because I'm sharing this. Like, I'm like, I can't, I knew, and I knew one day I was going to find the one thing. Like the one thing that was going to do all the things I want to do. So this is me, squirrel. I run over here and there. This is so easy, Megan and Reagan and the other partner. This is so easy. Thank you for doing something that people that don't want to. I'm like, camera, stage.
His
Let's
name is
go.
Andre. Andre Russell is the other owner, so you'll meet him. But he's like you. He's in the back, like doing stuff.
That was Andre, but I wasn't positive and I was afraid to say it. so I was safe to say it wrong. So this is easy. Like this, I can do this. This is my wheelhouse. And I told the other people, you don't have to be me. Like all you have to do is share. And literally I have in my notes, this text first, this next, this video. And some people are signing up on the first little nothing info. Because why? Who doesn't want something for free? And what if your whole plan, the way you did this, is so genius. I literally kept.
I love her.
I know. I told you.
Vanessa told me. Okay. So see,
Okay.
I knew I would find someone who had way more energy than me. And then because people think I'm crazy, so I had to move away. I'm 5 hours away from my daughter, but we FaceTime and it's okay because I'm in the house with her and I'm not seeing her and we FaceTime in the house. I'm like, why am I FaceTiming you in the house? Because she's got her own little suite downstairs and her bathroom and her thing. And my son is going to be 23. That's the son I wanted to save, the SOS. And you guys are going to meet him. And he's not as camera as my daughter. You guys have probably seen my daughter. Reagan's daughter, 6 years old, came on to tell everybody just breathe if you're nervous. It's okay, right? And Reagan has 4 kids, so she is behind the scenes a lot because she has a 6-year-old to a 28-year-old. My kids are self-sufficient, but I want to say I knew I would find you too. Through Vanessa, I found Vanessa, and she's phenomenal. And she's like, you have to meet Lori. Lori's so excited. However, I didn't expect this, Lori. I didn't expect this much excitement. So I want to hang out with you. Like you're my kind of vibe, right? Some people are super chill. I can be chill, right? When I need to be. But most of the time I'm not. So I had to go away and stay in the Airbnb by myself. And then thank you, Javian, because Javian keeps sending me smoothies and acai bowls because he knows I'm going to sit here and not eat. Right. But sometimes I'm fasting and don't know it. Right. And that's okay. I fasted before. I'm ready for this. But Thank you.
Megan,
Because, yes, ma'am.
you're going to have an opportunity to hang out with her. She's going to have an opportunity to hang out with you because she really has a plan for how she's going to get the word out about Vibe. And she really wants you there with her too.
Okay, so we're gonna get on the phone after this call.
We gonna
And-
pack it out, baby. You ain't coming for no 8 or 10. Gonna pack it out. And we're gonna be zooming too and have that room full.
I'm so excited. Now, where are you located, Lori?
Northeast Pennsylvania,
Okay.
near
I'm
the
being-
office, where the office was formed, near the Poconos. Mhm.
Okay, well, hey, I want to be in your energy, right? I want to be in your energy because I was super tired today. And now, like, do you guys feel her energy though in the chat? Because energy really it transfers. And I was really tired this morning. I always answer people's phone calls, but I just couldn't bring myself to answer the phone this morning. I'm like, I have to sleep. I'm exhausted. And I feel really good right now.
I always want to give a good shot in the arm, an interjection of good. I want you to feel better when I walk away, not worse, not negative. And I'm a twin, and 3 of us were state champs in 1 year and all Americans. And I have so many connections. Like I taught school for 16 years in English. Like I'm so connected. Oh, I know. I'm like,
I taught
I'm like,
English for 17
who
years.
is this? We're like the people.
Look at God, right? Everybody just type in the chat. Just look
Oh
at God.
God.
Because every day I'm like, and before I go to bed and when I wake up, I'm like, go ahead and show out, God. I receive it. This is what I say. I'm in the spirit of allowing. Just show out for me, God, and bring me the people that I need to be connected to. And look at God, right? Because Vanessa, you sent me a bunch of messages to say, I need you to listen to this song I made. And I wasn't ignoring you. And you're like, is she ignoring me?
I was like,
No.
she hates it, doesn't she?
I didn't even get to see it because I have 155 missed text messages and I don't want to look at the other ones. And I just like, I always answer my messages. I never have missed messages ever, Lori, ever. And now I'm just like, I can't get to everybody and I'm on the phone and I'm with corporate and I'm talking to my kids and I got to hear from God and I got to eat. And so you said you were urgent and I was like, let me listen to this song. And it was a whole vibe. And now Reagan listened to it. And Reagan and I don't know how to dance that well, but even though like back in the day, Lori,
For yourself, sister.
oh, I'm sorry.
Just
Well, we have this
joking.
dance that we do. Well, she can dance better than me, but
I'm joking.
we have this dance we do. And Reagan and I actually won at the fair when we were like 5 with our uncle, and he's a choreographer, and we were doing Bobby Brown, Every Little Step I Take, and we won $500. And the whole fair, whole Princeton, Indiana had seen us. So we actually can dance, but we've kind of gotten away from the rhythm. But I was listening to your song and it's a whole vibe. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then the other part cut in, tell us about the song and we're going to play it. And then we're going to be getting off this call. And I want to talk to you, Lori, when we get off, and you, Vanessa. So, okay. We're going to change. So tell me about the song. And then everybody's going to go subscribe to your channel. And we're going to, and then I want to you guys, if you post videos, feel free, just post, watch what you say, just make sure that you're getting it right. And you're not saying like $5 is going to roll up from the 25, which isn't the case, right? You got to be into the matrix, pay your membership on the 17th, and it activates your income, right? So we'll keep talking about that. But Vanessa, real quick, talk to us about it. We're going to play the song and then we're going to hop off. And we'll be back on here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So invite everybody you know, and let's pack this call out. Okay, go ahead, Vanessa. Talk to us about it.
Okay. So I've been so excited about this. I've only been 7 days today is I've been in Vibe, right? So I've been so excited about it the whole time. And even if I wasn't, I've got Lori. Oh my gosh. She hypertexts me. She's so excited all the time. So my vibe is like, it was way up here and it's like, it's out in the universe somewhere right now. But so I've been so excited about it. I love all your little catchy phrases that you like get on the boat, things like that, right? So I kind of in my mind collected all those phrases and wrote a song. But then I can't, if I sing, everybody's gonna get off this call like immediately because I can't sing. So what I did was I went to an AI program that will put a voice to your words, and after like 836 generations, I finally found they finally gave me something I liked. And that's what I sent to you. And then I created it's not really a video. It's just a little, so people can have something to look at when they're listening to the song. But so I created that to go with it and sent it to you.
Perfect. So we're gonna listen. Lonnie, can you? Oh, don't boot anybody just yet, but can you guys just make sure don't post the chat right now. Don't post anything strange. Let me I'm gonna turn off the chat for well, no, I'm not. Okay, hold on. It's environmental consultant. Can you guys boot that person out? Because I don't want to turn the chat
Got
off.
it.
Thank you.
I've got someone for you to boot.
There
too.
will be plenty of time for us to promote our causes. So Lori, you will be able to promote in Vibe. You'll be able to promote everything that you do because in a lot of companies, you can't do that. You go into their company and they're like, you can only talk about us. Well, that's
Mhm.
not what Vibe is, right? Because you may be doing a mission and you don't know somebody in our organization who might come along and help, right? And they won't know if they don't know. So we're going to have an opportunity for people to be able to talk about their businesses, right? We're going to have an opportunity for people to be able to talk about their causes, like Athletes Have Heart. And that might not be Vanessa's thing, but it might be, it may be Queen, or somebody else, right? Hold on one second. I'm just looking at names in here. Somebody spamming my chat. Get out of here. Spray them. Beat it. Yeah, I couldn't see, but it might be Daryl Mickens' thing or whatever. So let's listen to this song that I absolutely love. It's very catchy. Let me play it. So I'm gonna pull it up, and then Vanessa, hold on, wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Share, escape.